What is up, you guys? It is Jay the Great, your host, and welcome to another segment of the Jtalks podcast. What is up, guys? It is your host once again. I hope you all are doing well. It is a lovely Wednesday afternoon in the city of San Diego. Blue skies, pretty much clear skies. So, it's a pretty day out here. I hope you all are doing okay in this bizarre time that we live in this corona culture. And I hope that this bizarre time, comes to a end very soon and life gets back to normal and things are back in order, you know. Yeah, man, it's still in full motion, this, mode of living that we are in. It's still in motion and it's not yet come to a stop yet. So here we are, and we're still kicking. We're still moving forward. I hope y'all are as well. Hope y'all are safe, positive, in a good mental state, and hope you enjoy this podcast. As a matter of fact, I have some things in the works. I hope to have if not a co-host, a regular. He's gonna be on next week, and there's a possible third. I'm gonna try to make it happen. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. I know one of them is very sports oriented, so he'll fit just nice. I actually made a podcast with him years ago. I took the video off. We were just kids, so we weren't very good at this yet. Am I very good at this now? I'm still getting better, but I'm definitely better than I was then. I can say that with with confidence. But yeah, guys, life as far as for me, before I get into this segment, it's college and work and YouTube. That's what I've been doing. Trying to keep my head focused, keep my head above water, if so to speak. To try to move forward, try to stay positive. It's not easy, when there's nothing to do and everyone's in their houses and there's little to no social interaction. It's just a weird thing. I think humans need interaction, physical, verbal. They need that. We need that as human beings. I really believe that. Human beings are meant to be social. You can't do things alone. Loneliness is a lonely feeling, or that's kind of a dumb statement I just said. Loneliness is a bad feeling, because it's not natural for a human being to be alone. Since the beginning of time, there was tribes, there was groups, there was society, there's groups of people together, and as we advanced, it went from groups to tribes to settlements to civilizations to now countries, nations. We need organization, we need socialization. That's just part of the human experience. That's what we need. So it's a weird time for all of us. I get the negativity that is looming because of this crap that's happening, the corona culture. That's what I call it, and that's what it is. So you gotta stay positive. You gotta stay with your folks. You gotta be grateful for what you have, no matter how little. No matter how insignificant you think it is, because something as small as getting that hug from your mom or something, if you don't have that, you just don't feel complete. So be grateful for everything you have. But let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to this. I have a lot to talk about. There's plenty to talk about today. I think the first thing in order, I have to talk about this because it was great, is the Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. I saw it with my friends, my dogs, parts 1 and 2. It is a 10-part series documentary. It was spectacular. Me personally and my friends, we weren't alive during Jordan's era, and we get a glimpse at what he was and what he represented in the sport of basketball. He was prolific, and I really got a much better understanding of what he really was and what he was. Whoops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to. Alright, we're good. What he really was a godlike figure to many people out there. Even in college, he was everyone that described him as this almost godlike figure. You know, he was so stoic, so intense at all times. You know that he built this reputation for himself, and not to mention he was one of the most prolific scorers we've ever seen, clutch players we've ever seen, toughest. Is all those words and more. Um, we saw that, his journey, to the league and beyond. It was amazing to see, even in college and as a rookie. Hi guys. It was such a sudden yawn, but as a rookie, he was already something else. You know, what else could I say about the man? But if we get into the specifics, he right away, you know, lifted the city on his shoulders right away when he joined the league. The city of Chicago, of course. He took all the pressure and he embraced the pressure, and it made him great. He wasn't, the most winningest player until Pippen came, but hey, he was already prolific at that point. It just showed how highly respected he was, man. He was so highly respected by legends. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, they respected him so highly already before he was even a six-time champion. That just says a lot about what Michael was in the NBA at the time. It was a crazy thing to see. And then when he got Pippen, things changed. He started winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. And 6-0, man, 6 MVPs. Besides Michael, we saw a glimpse of Pippen, what he had to endure. And it's significant. Jerry Krause, the owner, Jerry Reindenhoff, something like that. Sorry. I don't know how to say his name exactly. But those two were basically what it seems like the villains in the story of the Bulls, the 90s Bulls, basically. They were kind of the Thanos, in a way, taking out the Avengers. Snap of their fingers, the dynasty was done. After the season of 98, Phil was gone, MJ was gone, that's it. Without those two pieces, you're nothing. You ain't winning nothing, And that was the end of their run. It was an amazing run. Jerry Krause and the owner, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know how to pronounce it, his last name. They had their egos, and egos, I feel like back then, pride and ego was more prevalent and more, of a factor, I feel like, in people's heads. Because they were so prideful that they wanted the credit. But everyone gave Michael and Phil and the Bulls the credit, but they wanted it. Jerry Krause, he assembled the team, he wanted it. The owner hired Jerry Krause, I'm sure he wanted it as well. And what you get is a clash of two alphas. You get Michael and Phil against Jerry and the owner, and that's what you get. The owner's like, hey, I'm the boss. Jerry, do what you gotta do. Jerry said, hey, no matter, and he said this to the coach, I don't care if you win all 82 games, you're fired after this season. And of course, that season being the 98 season. And they won the championship, and he kept his word, and Phil was gone after that season. And that was the end. That was the end of the year. It was never the same after that. Awful. They could have won more rings. Who knows? They could have very well won 1 or 2 more rings easily. It's a damn shame. It's frustrating to see that. It's frustrating to see that because who wouldn't want to see more of them? What they could have been? They could have won 8. It could have been 8-0. Who knows? But it sucks, man. But it is what it is. That's the way it goes. More on Scottie Pippen. He got kind of duped out of a deal. I know he took the deal. He was a grown man already when he got into the league. He took a deal for 7 years, $18 million extension, right? And by the time he was, in the 90s, he wanted more money. And Jerry Krause said, hey, no, we don't need you. And there was a lot of resentment towards Jerry. especially by it was clear that there was even reports of them cussing each other out on the team bus, Jerry and Scotty. That's how bad it was. Scotty just didn't care anymore. He was so bit mad about it. He felt so cheated. Sorry. That he was willing to cuss out Jerry Krause in front of everybody. And we saw the salary differences. Jordan was earning over $30 million a year, and everyone else was earning no more than 5. And Scotty was on the bottom. He wasn't even a top 5 in salary. He was number 6. And in the league, he was 122nd, I believe. That's awful. He was a top 5 player, top 10 player easily. No debate. That's awful. He deserved to be, compensated much more than he was. It's a goddamn shame. And we learned all that in episodes 1 and 2, man. The environment that they were in, the intensity that Jordan just brought Chicago to the NBA. I heard Skip Bayless say it best. It's almost as he, not only did he physically dominate, he spiritually dominated the league. He was such an imposing and prolific and just godlike that he took the NBA by storm. And he was so big, man. He was bigger than life itself. He was like the Ali of basketball, man. Ali of basketball. He was huge, huge. And then we just got we got a view of that in this documentary. So, if you haven't seen it yet, guys, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It was very, very good. It was very, very good. Definitely worth the watch. Especially if you didn't live in the time of Jordan's era, you're gonna want to see it. Especially if you like if you're any sort of sports fan, watch it. You're missing out if you don't, honestly. Jordan was just something else, man. Everybody respects that man, even his enemies. Isaiah Thomas, the bad boy Pistons, Scotty himself. But I like what Jordan was on there. He was himself. I like the recent interviews. He said this. He said, without Scottie Pippen, there would be no Michael Jordan. So, that's the best thing he could say about Scottie. Because Michael's considered the greatest of all time by many. In my opinion, he's not. I think it's LeBron, but that's another discussion. Him and LeBron are right there, though. There's no debate about that. But that's the best. So yeah, that's the best compliment Michael could give Scottie. Because without Scottie, he wouldn't be held in such a high esteem. So, there you go. But yeah, man, the documentary was very, very, very good. Very, very good. Highly recommended. That's the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Long, long time. But yeah, moving on to the next topic. This is something I haven't really talked about, but I think it should be talked about right now because we're in quarantine. What shows to watch? What's good out there? What's popping right now? Netflix. I'm talking. Netflix, Hulu, all of that. Me personally, Netflix. There's one show that I really liked because I'm a sports fan as well. All American. All American was very, very good. I finished both seasons already. I binge watched both of them each in one day when they came out, basically. Spoiler alert. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So if you want to skip a few minutes ahead, I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to give every single detail away, but I'm going to talk about it. So, Spencer James, man. I think they had a great story with him. He's the main character. He goes, I think it's crazy, I liked all they did with it. They have the hood where he's from, Crenshaw. They have Beverly Hills where he goes to play because they have more opportunities not only in football but in life itself. They have the gangsters in the hood that, are a threat to his life, to his livelihood, to his family. And on Beverly Hills, they have all these beautiful women. They have the girl that he likes, the daughter of the coach he plays for, and just everyone, the son of the coach that plays there, he builds a relationship. It's all very well written, very well done. Keeps you on your, on your toes. and I think it's worth a watch. You know, and even for people that don't watch sports, because yeah, it's about a football player. But there's a lot of things that are non-sports related that I think girls, guys that don't watch sports, girls that don't watch sports, anyone could watch. So that's why I think it's a very good show, and I think anyone can really watch it, really. So that's one show. Tiger King. It's another one. It's kind of shocking, you know. I think that one's more for certain kind of people with a certain taste. If they like that dark thriller shit, watch it. A lot of people said it's good for a reason. It's good. It is good. I don't really want to detail on that one. I know it's about tigers and shit. I haven't finished it, but so far it's good. What else is out there? Narcos, Mexico. Came out with a new season not too long ago. It's very good. Cartel Man in real life. I've heard some podcasts. And I'm kind of going off track here, but the cartel itself, because I just started thinking about it because of Narcos. It's crazy, man. The things that they do in real life, power that they have. They fuel addiction. They fuel it. That's their bread and butter. People, addicts. And Mexico, it's a problem. It's a problem. I've heard, people that have been in the force, fighting back. I've said there's cities that are more loyal to the goddamn cartel than the government itself. It's bizarre. It's crazy, because that's all they know, and they've actually protected these people. Building roads, building whatever, giving them shelter, food, whatever. It's in a way like I trust them more than the damn government. It's a real problem, The cartel, it's crazy. It's crazy. The stories I've heard. The power that they have in Mexico. Watching the first Narcos with Pablo Escobar, the things that he was able to accomplish. The power that drugs can give you. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. It's sad. It sucks. I hope that justice prevails and that the good guys win. Good guys always win in the end, though. So, but yeah, man, sorry I went off track there. So yeah, Narcos. There's a bunch of old shows I rewatched a bunch of times. Breaking Bad. I never get tired of it. Of course, The Office. That's so common, but hey, I like it. Walking Dead, the first few seasons. I'm just trying to give you guys something to watch if you haven't. Black Mirror was good. Check that out. The episodes are crazy, bizarre, but I think that's the point. But they're good, especially the first few ones. That's the shows I would recommend. I could probably think of more, but I don't want to just bore you with a list. So yeah, I just kind of want to speak on that as well. So next topic, back to sports, of course. Tom Brady's on the Bucs, as we all know. But now, Rob Gronkowski is now gonna go to the Bucs. He's being traded to the Bucs, along with a seventh round pick, for a fourth round pick from the Bucs. Is Gronk worth that little to the Patriots at this point? Maybe because he left. Maybe that's why. He's kind of want to get him out of there. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd get rid of him from that. Maybe, I guess in their eyes, maybe that's the only way he'll leave. Maybe he's wasting money. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. But that's the only guess I would have. Because if he was like wanting to play, I know for sure they wouldn't do that. Maybe it's just because he doesn't want to play. He just wants to play with Brady again. That's what I'm guessing. And Brady has some weapons now, boy. Gronk, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate, Mike Evans, Goodwin. Whew. The best pair. That's the best group of guys he's had since 07. Shit. Maybe the best overall. They might not have a Randy Moss there, but he got enough to make up for him. Can't replace Randy, but damn, he has some studs out there, man. Brady definitely has a lot to work with there. A lot. Do I think he wins the Super Bowl next season? No, I don't. Do I think he makes the playoffs? Yeah, I think he does. I think he's up there with the Saints in that division. Double-digit wins, I believe, at least 10 wins. 10 or 11. That's what I'm gonna guess. Um, it's hard to bet against Brady. You can't really until you see just a clear decline. We saw a little decline in him last season. Um, he still wasn't bad by any stretch. He was still good, still good enough. Um, it's one thing that won't get worse. His brain, his mind, and his mind is something. He's a computer, man. He's like a Manning. He's like a Peyton. Um, so go Bucs, go Bucs. I think they're gonna do well. I really do. I think they're gonna do well. Would I be surprised if they won a Super Bowl? I'd be a little surprised, but would I be shocked? No. It's Brady, man. It's Brady. I don't think he'll win it, but I wouldn't be like, oh, he won the Super Bowl? No, I wouldn't do that. Um, Saints are there though, so we'll see. You know, but Gronkowski, man, he must really like Brady, and there must have been something in New England that he didn't like. I don't know. Maybe the Bucs gave him a deal behind the scenes and said, "Hey, come back. Don't worry, we're not gonna kill you. You're not gonna have to get ran over. We got OJ back there. We got Cameron. You don't gotta do all by yourself." Maybe that's what they told him. Because the reason why he left is because of he's tired of the punishment. Because he took a lot of punishment, man. He missed 34 games. That's over 2 seasons worth of football. That's how many games he missed. Excuse me. If he would have missed all those games, man, he might have had triple-digit touchdowns in his career. Triple digits by now. He was around 80, I believe. He could add easily over 100. Maybe even broke the record. He was a beast, man. Best tight end of all time, as far as his talent. Well, I can't say he's the best because it's based on overall work, but as far as just eye test, to me he's the best of all time. Him and Tony Gonzalez. But I think he's even more talented than Tony as far as receiving and just overall. He's just great at all blocking, catching, after the run, route running, everything. He's spectacular tight end. Hopefully, if you get even 90% of that, Pro Bowl for sure. And if he stays healthy, and this will help him because he has help. OJ, Mike is big. Mike Evans is a big dude. So he always draws attention. Goodwin is a burner. So they got a lot of potential. This is a lot of good positivity for Gronk right now. There's a lot of, good things for him in Tampa. Brady, a lot of stud tight ends. Well, he's still good. He's a good red zone, tight end, a good blocker. And OJ's just a stud. Like he has the potential to be beast, but he's still getting there. Mike, top 10 receiver. Goodwin, top 10 speed. Top 10 speeder. Top 10 burners, top 10 fastest player in the league. So yeah, Brady has a lot to work with. So we'll see. We will see what will happen. I'm excited to see them. Am I going to become a Bucs fan? No, I'm not bandwagon. But I have high hopes for them. By the way, I was never a Patriots fan, so just being real with you. I like Gronk. I respect Brady. Do I like him? No, because he beat my guy Manning many times. My guy Peyton Manning. He was my guy. He was my favorite player in the league. And the Broncos were my favorite team until he retired. Colts were my favorite team when I was a kid, when he played. Now I don't know. I like Odell. Maybe the Browns are my favorite team. Browns and I'm just saying this so not bandwagon. The Browns are probably my favorite team. And who else? What other teams do I really like? I don't know. Right now, the Browns for sure. I like them a lot. So yeah, even though they weren't good last year, they were my favorite team. Even though Odell didn't have a really good season, he was my favorite player. But yeah, that's what's going on right now as far as big news in the NFL. I kind of speak on all the other things, the free agent signings and all that. God willing, I pray to God that the NFL season starts on time and things run smoothly by then. It's going to be late August when the preseason starts. It has to be done by then, right? There's all this quarantine crap. Let's pray to God, Let's pray. But yeah, we got that. That's that topic. Next up, we have the UFC. UFC. 249 will be held on May 9th. Card reportedly moving to Florida. Reportedly, of course, Florida. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it says the decision to move ahead with UFC 249 comes one day after the UFC announced the cancellation of 4 events from April 25th through May 16th. Okay. This is what he said. About the fight private island that he said that he had. Do I think he has it? I don't know. He said, I'll tell you this. I'm close to getting a deal done. So this place where this fight is going to be on April 18th, I've locked up for 2 months. Excuse me. So I'm going to pump fights out. I also secured an island. Okay, now he's talking about the island. I've got an island. The infrastructure is being built right now. We're going to do all of our international fights on this island. Cool, you know? That's cool. I hope it's true. Why not? The April... okay, this is more on the UFC 249. The April 18th show is going to be headlined by Tony and Justin in a bout for the interim lightweight championship. The last UFC event that took place on March 14th with from Brasilia, Brazil, in an empty arena. I believe that was Kevin Lee versus Charles Oliveira. I believe that's what his name was. So yeah, that's the news on that. But yeah, guys, UFC is on standby as well. I believe it'll be the first to come back. I mean, it's the easiest to really show to the world without too much people around, because it's just the 2 fighters, the coaches, the families, and the ref, and the medics, and that's about it. That's all you need. Football, you need whole teams, all the staff, wide receiver coaches, lineman coaches, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators, head coaches, all kinds of shit. Fighting is just fighting. It's more clear, to the point, less people involved. That's why I think it'll be the first sport back in business. But I hope all of them are back soon, man. We are dying for some sports. Thank God for Michael Jordan's documentary, man. That's all we got so far. That's all we have, Thank God for the nice businesses that have, like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, with all this party, like Netflix party, Disney party. Thank God. We need some social interaction. We need something. We need to grab on something, man. We're desperate. I'll watch two fucking ferrets go at it on UFC 250. I don't care right now. I want to see something. We need some action. We need something out there now. We need something to, satisfy our palates. That's what we need. That's what we need. But yeah, man. 2020, man, has been quite the year, hasn't it? Quite the year so far, man. It's been something else. But yeah, man. I'm going to look up one more thing for us. Let's hear if anything we can talk about, because I like just talking about anything. Current events. Let's get to some current events. Let's see what we got here. Might be things I've missed. Let's check it out. Oh, protests. I missed that. It just hit me. Protests over the quarantine. So this is my take on it, man. Do I think we should? Here's the thing with protests. It's not going to change anything, first of all, because there's a pandemic, and the government can't control the pandemic. I mean, like, they can't make it magically disappear. I get people are, antsy being stuck at home all day, but hey, we're trying to save lives here, man. At the end of the day, we're trying to save lives, and that's what it's about. You're not helping by going out groups. What if you go back and you got grandma, grandpa, old dad, old mom, whatever, some elder you in your home, and they died because you got corona. That's the vulnerable population we gotta worry about. The sick, the elderly. And I get it, man. I get it. There's lots of parts of the country that have done very well. As a matter of fact, let's look up the numbers real quick. I'm gonna look them up. So we can have some clarity here. COVID-19 cases by state. Let's look at it. I know it varies greatly, as a matter of fact. So let's see. This is Google. By sources, John Hopkins, that's pretty reliable. California, 35,000. Okay, deaths 1,000. That's very good. That's very good as far as recovery rate. Very very good. Um, New York, 257,000. It's a lot. Deaths 14,000. Okay, I guess if you compare the ratios, the recovery rate is okay as well. New Jersey, 92,000. That's a pretty small state if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I know it's smaller than New York, California, and it has more than California, so that's not good. So that means you're not handling it very well, at least compared to these two states. There's one that really I'm impressed with as far as like how they're handling everything. Um, let's see here. It's basically in every state now. You know, basically in every state. I believe it was Nevada. Nevada. Um, where's Nevada, man? I'm trying to look for Nevada. Click on that real quick. 3,000 cases, only 163 deaths. That's very good. Very good. Tennessee, only 157 deaths. But that's, I know it's a small state compared to like the bigger ones. 32 deaths in Utah compared to 3,000 confirmed cases. That's only like less than a percent, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's very good. South Dakota, only 8 deaths. Um, Wyoming, only 6. Do it. Overall, I think the country, was caught. Was caught. It was just caught by surprise. And here we are. Here we are. Um, yeah, this is something we gotta talk about. These protests, they're not helping. At least do it online. Start a petition, online petition or something. But yeah, this is something we gotta talk about, man. Stay inside, stay safe. And it's just, you know, something else. It's still shocking how something like this could happen. I never thought that we'd live in a time like this. It's still shocking to me. You know, we're so used to our way of living. We just in this comfortable time that we live in. These comfortable times, first world problems, right? And now we're in a world problem. This is a worldwide problem, not a first world problem. Um, whether you're in first world, third world countries, it affects us all the same. We're all human, man. We're all human. That's why you just gotta be nice to people. Be nice to everyone you can as often as you can, because it just makes life better. Be a nice person. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Help people whenever you can help. Give whatever you can give, and be there for the people that care about you the most. You know, that's how we live life. There is no secret blueprint to how to live life. You know, just do what you know you have to do. That's all you. That's all we should and all we can do. You know, and when things like this happen, we should come together and unite, not argue amongst ourselves. Come to a solution. Yeah, we need, rational discussion to find a solution to things like this, whatever it is, war, sickness, poverty, whatever it is. We gotta have rational discussion. We can't argue amongst ourselves because we get nowhere. Then we get nowhere. Egos come into play. Stubbornness comes into play. Nothing gets solved. That's the problem with a lot, even grown ass people, not just kids, bicker. Adults bicker too. I've seen it. People gotta put their egos aside and think about other people. That's how things get solved. That's how we come to solutions in this world. And yeah, I just wanted to say that because protesting crap, I don't agree. I don't agree. Protest at home. Why can't you protest at home? Do a live stream, something like that. You're not helping nobody, man. Nobody. I don't know, man. I don't know. People with their agendas these days, trying to. I call it. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just trying to put on a show to prove something. From the Me Too movement to these protests, it's just, you know, not that I have anything against Me Too, but sometimes it's like, come on, man. Anything, not just Me Too. I'm talking any kind of protest. Sometimes it's just like, come on, man, come on. Um, like the police brutality thing. This all these things, all of it. Does police brutality exist? Yes, it does. Should we go up to every cop and say "fuck you"? No, we shouldn't. Are most cops good? Yes, they are. You know, as far as Me Too, is every guy a rapist? No. Are all guys pigs? No. Are there some guys that are assholes? Yes. Have some women suffered horrible traumatic things? Of course. Of course they have. But that doesn't give other women the right to go out and call people guys pieces of shit. What the point I'm trying to make here is be real, man. Don't try to prove something. You're not impressing anybody, man. Be a nice person. That's it. We're all individuals. We're not. I get the groups, like wanting to be a part of a group and something bigger, but we're all just individuals at the end of the day, you know. Just because, let's give an example here. Just because a girl was born into a family of, like, let's say besides her, all the women were gold diggers, doesn't mean she's a gold digger. Just because her mom was, or whatever. Or just because a guy's brother was a fucking, bully, doesn't mean he's a bully. I'm trying to say? Like, people are individuals. Give people a chance. You know, it's very frustrating because there's a lot of good people in the world, man. Honestly, I can say this safely. Most people are good people, man or woman, tall or short. Doesn't matter. They're good people. I'd say, over 90% of the world is good people. Honestly, if you just open your eyes and see, you'll see the world is a better place than you think. The media tries to portray the world as this bad place. It's not a bad place. Turn off your phone, turn off the TV, go out and walk and see for yourself. Of course, some parts are crime ridden, like parts of the Middle East and places like, you know, Chicago, certain parts of Chicago or Compton, whatever. But go out into a regular city and see for yourself. Most of the time it won't be bad. It won't be bad. And that's the point I'm trying to make, man. Sorry for going on to this rant, but it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating to see that. Just be a nice fucking person. Do your part. And honestly, I feel like if you just do that, life will be fine. Life will be good. You'll get what you deserve, which is everything this world has to offer. That's what you'll get. When you're a piece of shit and an asshole and like to, feel like you're all high and mighty, when in reality you're just an asshole, life just doesn't go good for you. People don't want to be around you. You know, that's real life. That's real, not what the media shows you. That's real life. You know, and that's it really. Point blank period. There's nothing else to be said. But yeah, man. I hope you guys are all doing well right now during this time. And just be a nice person. Work hard. Earn your keep. Life will be fine. Life will be good. Work on yourself. Help people, but don't let people walk over you. And that's it. Life will be better. If you're in a tough time, it'll get better. We're all in a tough time right now. We gotta unite and help each other during this time. But yeah, man, I think that's all I have to say for this podcast, man. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed going on here and saying what I got to say to you guys. I hope someone's listening out there. And if you enjoyed this and this is your first time, leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends. Like I said, next week I should have another guest, maybe 2 guests. Hopefully, if all things go well, in the perfect world, maybe they'll be a regular thing. But one of them has his own YouTube. So it's okay if he doesn't, but hopefully the other guy would become a regular co-host, so I have someone else to talk to. So it's conversation flows more smoothly. The other guy is a cool dude as well, but he has his own stuff going on. So I might not even ask him because that's a little disrespectful. He has his own shit going on. He has his own YouTube he's trying to build. But hopefully he's a regular. He's a good dude. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm gonna try my best for you guys. Try to be the best, realist, podcast I can. And anything else you want me to do, let me know. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next podcast. There's been another segment of Jtalks with Jay the Great, man. Stay safe. Peace.